Yeah, that's the intro, no?
Go ahead, brother.
All right then. Good afternoon, Nick Nation. Welcome once again to another podcast of Knicks Dreams, where we talk about our favorite team, the New York Knicks, and all that is going on around our team. Today, we'll be focusing on possible trade rumors, on last night's game, and looking forward to today's win. No, I didn't stutter. Today's win against the Miami Heat. Take it away, Santana.
Did you say playoffs? I gotta ask 2.0 that question. I gotta ask 2.0 because 2.0 and me, we've been going back and forth with playoff discussion, but I think he's starting to see the light. I think he's starting to realize that this Poppy is not that crazy. I'm a little crazy, but not that crazy.
Come to the light, 2.0. Come to the light.
Oh.
So again, thank you, Knicks Nation, for joining us. This is another episode of Knicks Dream. We look forward to you participating in this discussion. And there's a couple of ways that you can do that. One of which is you can join the chat, put your comments in there. We'll read them and we'll try to infuse them into the conversation. The other way is we're going to drop the link, or the link is already in the chat room. And if you decide to come on, you're more than welcome to. So, those are the two ways that we can have you guys participate. On this round of conversation, what we're going to talk about and break down briefly, because we're going to try to cram a lot of things in this episode. First, we're going to talk about, we're getting people coming in. Hold on a second. All right. So we're going to talk about first and foremost how the Knicks did in their last win. We're not going to talk too long because, again, eventually we're going to have to talk about some trade rumors, and once Dream gets on, he's going to break down what he's seeing out there, what the rumors are saying, and then eventually after that, we're also going to discuss today's game in Miami. So with that being said, I'm going to do a nice little bounce pass, nice little pocket pass to my man Bill Stradamus and get his take on the Knicks against Portland, what he saw, what he thinks, and, what he sees moving forward.
Well, basically, just, like we all stated, we all predicted to get the dub. And you guys, well, all of us, we predicted a win by all under 10 points. And I think we underestimated our own prediction because we won by 11 points. Mm-hmm. And I think we had the game going away. Well, one of the reasons is because Dame was a little banged up, and we took advantage of the fact that he was banged up.
Yo.
We beat him up. That's what we're supposed to do. And we had him even complaining a little bit. And then on our end, other guys stepped up. They helped out. Bullock, Burks had a good game to go, and quickly. All three of them scored in double figures to go along with the leader, Randall, and the Riddler. The Riddler had a pretty good game, 18 points and 7 rebounds, and Randall 22 and 11. So with the help of those others that chipped in, like I said, and also Peyton had a strong game. And like we always say, whenever Peyton has a strong game like that, when he's taking it to the holes, we usually win those games. So I don't want to take up all of the time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go behind the net to King Poppy.
All right, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, the game was good. I was impressed. The bench did good. I mean, it was an all around good game. The fact that we took advantage of all the injuries is probably something I'm gonna talk about again today for the game we got coming up against Miami. But yeah, I agree with you. We did not give enough credit to the offense. They probably could have scored a little bit more. I'm disappointed on the free throws, but that's what they need to work on today. We can't give away those cheap baskets. That's free throws for a reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on to 2.0. See what you got.
Okay, thank you very much. As far as stats go, I think we won in every category. We shot 50% from the field, 43%. We beat them 43% from 3-pointers. Whoa. I even saw your boy No J making a couple of those threes. And I was talking to Tantana, and I'm like, yo, it's time to give him back his J, man. Give him some respect. The brother is back, man. He's going for the baby jumper. He's coming into the lane and taking the baby jumper. And he's making them. He's shooting them with confidence. And he's going to the hole and bullying his way into the basket, man. He should be doing that a little bit more. That's what Santana said. Anyway, assists, 20 assists. In the rebounds, I think we have 51 to their 41. Every category, man, just about every category, we did better than they did. And most importantly, we played that strong defense. We outscored them in every quarter but the first, and we were playing with the lead at the end of the game. My thing all season long has been that if we're within 5 points in the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, I'm good. I know I still got a chance to win that game. It can go either way. But when we play with the lead, I'm feeling even better. So I'm going to kick it to my left or his right, Notorious B.U.G. Take it away.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
All right.
All right. I love the game last night, but it's just like I told all of your doubters. When our starting guard is playing right and stay consistent, we will win. He is good. Do not trade him. I told y'all from day one, do not trade him. Y'all put a little fire under his behind. I appreciate that. So now he's playing the way he's supposed to play. But he always had the talent. He just has to stay consistent. In terms of aura, no. Aura needs to know what his range is. Right now, his range is inside the 3.
Say it again.
As I say, the aura needs to stay within the 3. The aura. Now, I told you that before. His game is bully ball. And he's doing it, and he's improving on doing it. He's a sophomore. He'll get better at it. But he doesn't need to shoot threes. His range is inside the 3 and playing bully ball. My boy Mitch, he's starting to get his footwork together a little better. I mean, he has his moments, but again, he's still a high schooler learning how to play pro ball, as far as I'm concerned. He'll get it together, but it's going to be a slow run. You may want to get a big to teach him. We had one, but we gave him to the Nets. With that, I want to pass it through the legs to CL.
Go CL.
What up, players? What up?
Welcome.
Y'all brothers got me waking up early. I'm Jamaican. I ain't get up before 1 o'clock. But
Awesome.
How is that, man, when you got 18 jobs?
Yes. That's okay. Now you got one more job.
Yeah. You guys are making me watch a game on a different level now and shit like that. So that's why I took so long to come back. I was impressed with the Knicks win. I always think if the Knicks score anywhere, if they're anywhere 50 points at halftime, that's a Knicks game. They can't get happy and start running up and down the place. That's not their game. Because all of a sudden, they turn into today's NBA players and start chucking up threes. That is not their game. When they start off with Randall and RG, and they start going to the hole, that's their game. And I was impressed with the first 26 points they scored. It was in the paint. They got to pick and roll. They got to take it to the hole. We don't got no jump shooters. What they usually do, they start taking it to the hole and they start getting away from that. They start hitting the 3-pointers, start chucking up the 3-pointers. They can't do that. They got to take opportunity 3-pointers if it's there, but they can't keep, play today's NBA game. We ain't got no shooters on there. We ain't got no white dudes that could just spot up and knock down any 3. We ain't got none of them on the team and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stick to your game. Stick to what you do. You're going to play D. You're going to slow the pace down. I'm glad that they didn't try to run with Portland because, you start running with some of these guns, young guns out there, and they get in the rhythm and they start playing their game, we cannot match up with them at all. So I was impressed with the game in Portland. Hey, in sports, if everybody's hurt and we got to play the second or third team, that's all it is. A win is a win. I don't care about who is hurt or whatever the case may be. You know, for our Knicks team, we ain't got no superstars. And if everybody's hurt for the rest of the way out and we play them at the end of a 6-game road trip, I'll take all that shit. I don't care about none of that shit. At the end of the day, win is a win. It ain't ugly. My prediction is at the end of the game, if the Knicks are ahead, I'll take it. You know, all the time. I don't care how it looks. We got a bunch of scrappers out there, and you got to take what you take. I don't know about any trade rumors or anything like that, but I'll stick with our team. I want to see what the Knicks do in the second half. After everybody got used to playing with everybody and everything like this, I'll see what it is. I look at, for my key to the game is, I look at what the point guards are doing. If you get Q coming off the bench, and you know what he's going to give you at the end of the day. Alfred Payton, he's going to be inconsistent. That's his game. But he plays a good defense. He's a big 6'4" guard. And if you start taking it to hole and punishing the opposite starting point guard, that's always a good look. You know, you're going to get what you're going to get from him. One day you're going to get 20. Next day you're going to get 10. But if from the point guard position, if you get anywhere from 30 points out of the point guard position, that's a good take. 30 to 35 points, that's a good game. You know, and let everybody, that way they set the tone for everybody else to do their thing. You know, and you know, you got to keep penetrating and put the pressure on the opposite team point guard. You know, and that's my look on it.
All right.
Pass the rock.
Pass the ball, man. Pass the ball to somebody.
I'm gonna pass it back to the whole Santana.
Santana.
Thank you, CL. Thank you for that take. You know, everybody's right on message here and stuff like that, with the exception of giving the J back to R. He hasn't earned it yet. He's got to stick to what he's doing right now, which is going to the basket, attacking the rim, and playing bully ball. That's where he has to, that's where he's getting paid. That's his meat and potatoes, okay? Down the road, after he develops a mid-range shot on a consistent basis, then he could start pulling out to the three. But we don't need him to do that right now. We don't need to become a three-point shooting team like the rest of the league is, because we're defending the three. We're making teams play our style of basketball, which favors us. Now, if we try to go there shooting threes when we don't have the horses to shoot threes, then we're going to play right into the hands of the NBA game today. And that's not our game. So I totally agree. It's about defense. And I think the team has bought into this. They've realized that, in order for you to get minutes on this team, you got to play solid defense and you got to play within the confines of the game plan, which is taking it to the basket, hitting the mid-range. And every now and then you shoot the threes, but I'm not a big proponent of them shooting threes as their primary source of offense. The other thing that I've also seen is that Thibodeau is got a short leash now. Austin dribbles, Rivers didn't get any run. He didn't get any run yesterday. And if he did, he got very limited amount of run. You know what I mean?
8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Yeah.
Dribble.
He wasn't going to dribble the ball his entire time out of the floor because Tiz wasn't having that. Okay, and then of course Knox is not in the rotation anymore. Deservedly so. He hasn't done anything. If anything, now you see Obi coming in and doing his thing. So I think now the players understand they gotta be disciplined. They gotta stay within the game plan. And now I think Knicks fans are starting to realize and value this style of play. Because, of course, we want to run and gun and stuff like that. But this team is not built to run and gun. Okay? And that's not Tim's, approach to offense. He's both cool, and there's no question about that. And I think he'll loosen up depending on the players he has. But right now, he's playing to the strength of his players. And that's a smart approach. With that being said, I'm going to dribble it between my legs. I'm going to do a nice little left-handed pass to my man, Bill Stradamus. Take it away.
And I take it, and if 2.0 is still talking that non-playoff stuff, I'm ready to dunk it on your head. 2.0.
Right.
Because if you saw what we all saw yesterday, you see Tibbs is cutting down his rotation because Tibbs is who he is. He wants to win. And we have the same cast of characters that we had last season. However, he's taken them and, put his little touch on it. And he has turned this team and he has turned us into believers that we're going to be in. We're definitely going to be in the play-in, in the whatever that's called that they adopted in the bubble. What was that? The playoff play-in. We're definitely going to be
in the bubble play.
Yeah, and with the continuing development of guys like Obi-Wan and Quickly. And once Dream will be on in about 5 minutes. And once he, starts talking about these little trade rumors, if all of that pans out, I definitely see us getting into into the playoffs. Now, with yesterday's game, did you guys notice that what was it? Melo needed 13 points to tie or pass Oscar Robertson for the all-time, for some type of scoring NBA all-time scoring list.
Yeah.
And what did Melo drop? 2? I think we held him to 2 points.
Yep, something like that.
Yeah.
17 minutes, 2 points.
2 points. And I saw what I wanted to see. Did you guys catch the play when Obi went at him and
took him to the hole.
Took him to the hole. And that's why now Obi only got 9 minutes.
Yeah, the only 2 points he scored was on Melo.
But we need more of that. He needs to get more minutes. Now the minutes that was given to Rivers, those 8 minutes, I would have loved to take 5 of those and give those to Obi. So Obi would have gotten like maybe a little 14, 15-minute run there.
Give him all to Obi.
Huh?
Give him all to Obi.
Yeah, I agree with you, King. Give him the Obi.
I'm sorry, I don't agree with y'all.
It's coming.
It's coming, but it ain't there yet.
All right.
He's a rookie.
He's a rookie. It ain't there yet. Don't give him the keys to the car. Hold it. Don't give him the keys to the car when he doesn't even have a driver's license, man. Come on.
Man,
come on. Teach him to drive first.
Yeah, but Rivers' license is suspended.
But guess what? He had one, so he know how to drive.
Come back.
Anybody can buy a license just because you got one already. You know how to use it.
And that's why
you got to pay to go to court and all of that stuff before he can get to the car. First of all, you got to rub some Bengay on it so he can stop being so stiff. Obi? Yes. You don't understand that.
Obi's all right.
If Obi was laying down, you would think he's an island boy. He's so stiff, man. Come on, loosen him up, stretch him out, let him do his thing. I want to see some windmill dunks on it. He's capable.
He will. When they pass him the ball on the break. He's running down court.
No, but watch this game with Miami because he's gonna have a challenge. When he does his pick to roll into the hole, watch his movement. Watch his movement. I'm telling you.
All right, we'll see. He moves more than Knox. He moves more than Knox. That is for sure. I don't think anybody could dispute that one.
No, you can't.
Obi's an iron boy. What is not? You know what I'm saying?
Over to you, Poppy. This was a quick note look.
Appreciate that. Back to old Rivers. Man, I'm gonna start calling him Stream because he ain't even worth the name Rivers. He got 8 minutes and 0 for 2. Man, his dad should have smacked him when he got home. But that's all I got to say about all that. But nah, the other thing I do want to say is Barrett needs to get stronger. He's too weak. Now he's good, he's fast. When he gets to the hole or when he's down playing in the paint, he gets pushed around too much. If he can get stronger, he can be a beast. And I just don't see him putting that effort in because he looks the same. His physical appearance the past 2 years is the same. So I don't know if he's putting in that extra work that we need from him to beat it to get there, or that he actually needs for himself to get there. Because he's got the talent, he's got the basketball IQ. He's still like he's in college, and it's time. You know, he need that old man strength, and he ain't got it. I'm gonna pass it on over to the Notorious. Let's see what you got to say. My bad, back behind the back.
Well, Big Poppy, I'm gonna tell you, you're right. But I see. I
play for the Red Sox.
Yeah, welcome Red Sox. I'm a Yankee.
That's right.
But I'll tell you this. You know who he remind me of if he get on the weights and do what he's supposed to do? The mailman, because he has that type of physique. If he get on the weights, eat right, train right, he can develop that type of body. And with that type of body, he can push anybody around he wants to underneath.
I agree. But he getting pushed around right now. That's the problem.
He's getting pushed around, but he knows how to cuff the ball and put his shoulders in the people to get where he needs to get. And as long as you can do that and you go to dunk the ball, you're either going to make it or you're going to get fouled. But you got to go up high. You can't go up below the rim and expect that you're going to make something happen and you got three men on you. And that's something that the Knicks do a whole lot of, is when they get in there and they go to the hole and you got three men, they don't know how to dish. And some other people who are on the court don't know how to have the footwork to be there for the dish.
You got it.
So we need that type of support. And I'm sorry, man. You can get on Rivers all you want, or Stream. Stream can stay on my team, man. I'm sorry.
That $3.5 million gonna be used somewhere else, man. Man, we can build a wall and get a real river with that $3.5 million.
You know, I heard the same thing from Dumb 45, and we still don't have a wall. So
hold up, folks. Our statistician has joined us. Welcome home.
Good one.
How you doing?
It was all a dream.
It was all a dream. And we took back that W. I'm not sure, where are we in the conversation, fellas?
Well, right
we
now,
on you, brother.
We want to hear your take on the last game and some of the stats, and maybe even some conversation regarding any trade rumors that you might have heard.
Yeah, I mean, quickly on the game, you know, cause I know we're strapped for time and stuff, but you know, the game itself, it started out a lot better. Well, we took the fight to them, is what we wanted. You know, we owed our fan base a better performance in a full game. You know, so basically we piggybacked off of the ending of the last two quarters in the last game, where we took the fight to them, and basically, you know, outlasted them. I want to say, you know, we let Lillard get off. You know, some of the other guys, they came in fast and furious with the threes in the first quarter, tried to blow on us. So I think they hit like 6 or 7 threes in the first quarter, but we withstained that, and that wasn't, you know, going forward, it wasn't an issue. We played our game, and defensively, you know, I think we held them under 100, which I think Bill Stradamus protected. Was that correct in that? Who's the only one that that? So
Bill Stradamus, 104.96.
So claps for you. You know. And I think we were all happy with the overall performance and the end score. Obviously, we'll take a win however we get it. You know, and going forward, trades wise, I have a couple categories that I've dropped trades in. So we have an obvious category, and then the under the radar. So I don't know, what do you guys want to start with?
Under the radar.
Under the radar. All right. So under the radar trades, some guys that you know, either unhappy or looking to go other places due to not getting enough playing time in stack lineups. We'll start with Atlanta. Atlanta has two people I think could be beneficial to the Knicks, John Collins and Kevin Huerter. So both are basically unhappy with playing time. Their production has slipped a little bit. They can both actually play better than they've been producing this year, but both are quality players I think that the Knicks could use, for those guys, you're basically looking at giving up DSJ, Knox, Ntilikina, a first-round pick and a second-round pick from any one of the years coming up. So I'll throw that out there right now before I go into the next one. Just for, I'll bounce it around. I'll give a chest pass straight across the lane to my man Notorious Bug. Let's get it, and let's see what you have to say about this. Go.
I like what you're saying, but I don't know about the first round pick. I'll give the second round pick. I would try the deal. Right now, Knox is a commodity, even though he's not playing. Mm-hmm. So if I can get away with the other two, I think I would make that happen. Knox, if you throw Knox in, I think we can get a better quality player. To be honest, and we gotta give up the 3 because Knox has proven he can shoot. That's why you took him off the court. Why everybody knows that he can shoot. Now, if you kept him on the court and he wasn't doing anything, then it'll drop like DSJ.
Yeah.
So looking at what you're asking, I'm not giving you what you're asking. My counter would be I'll give you the 2. And even that is pulling it because everybody know I don't care what you say about Frank. Frank can play defense.
He can, yes.
And Frank's defense gives you money or gives you a bargaining chip on most teams. Okay. Right now we're the number 1 defense, so right now we're feeling good about ourselves. Just like a pretty girl and an ugly dude. I don't really need you. I can get another dude.
Yeah.
But at the point when something happened to her and she get a couple of pimples on her face, she gonna want that ugly dude back because nobody else want her.
True.
All right. Frank is a good defensive player. And that's a fact. Regardless of what anybody says. If he was in the game or not in the game, we'd probably still be in first with defense. If Dame Time wasn't hurt yesterday, will we have the same results?
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, we can only go with,
But we know Frank is tied up Dame.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm making.
Okay. And
with that, we'll pass it over behind the back with the no-look Magic Johnson to Poppy.
What's good? Yeah, I like that. You already know what I'm about to say. I'm about to say they can keep both the picks. We keep Frank and throw Rivers in that trade agreement. Send Rivers to Atlanta. We don't give no picks away to nobody. We still got our defensive guy, and everybody's happy.
The picks are really what's the draw here. I think it's the reality. Right. That's the problem.
Right, exactly. We don't need to give away nothing for nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let's give something that's not giving us nothing, which is from like $3.5 million, and trade that over there, and let's get something that's gonna give us something.
Well, we can save them for another potential trade also. That's not the only thing on the table. But I just wanted to get everybody's opinion on that one first, then we can flip it to another one. I got 2 more little ones too.
Bet. But I'm gonna go between the legs to Bill Stramus and see what he got about it.
All right. Did I hear you right? Did you say that John Collins is
Collins and Kevin Huerter?
Okay,
outside
John
shooter.
Collins?
John Collins, yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind having John Collins on this roster.
Little body,
Yeah, that's
Kevin Huerter.
And Kevin Huerter is the little chip that's thrown in there just to make the deal a little bit sweeter. I think because he's like a solid shooter. Not so much athletically getting to the basket, but shooting wise, I mean, he's probably maybe a small step up from Knox, I guess.
What would we have to give up? Like
all the guys that we basically going to give up in any trade: DSJ, Knox, Frank, a second round pick, and I said a first round pick to sweeten the deal up. Just to
no, I wouldn't. I don't want not a first round. I wouldn't want to give up a first round for none of these guys. Okay. But a second round, and we can give them DSJ and Rivers and DSJ Rivers, and I hate to say this, but Knox. He can go too.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go. I mean,
Collins and Huerta. Yeah, I would go for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I agree with that. So with that being said, let me do a Rivers shake and bake, and I'll pass it between my legs because I see Seawall coming up behind me. What you think about that? We're talking about these possible guys that are out there, and Dream mentioned when you jumped off. Dream mentioned John Collins and Huerta from Atlanta, from the Hawks. That they're a little disappointed with their playing over there or their run, the amount of minutes that they're getting, and they're looking to maybe be going somewhere else. I wouldn't mind having them. How about you?
Yeah, well, before I dropped off on paying my cable bill and came back, I see you giving. Yeah, listen, I want to give up a first round pick for guys that are sitting on the bench. If it's a starter, but he's playing well, I'll throw all of that in there and a first round pick, but not for somebody that's unhappy playing on him, coming off the bench. Because when you come to Tibbs, and if you're not playing no defense and you're not doing right, you're probably going to end up in the same position any damn. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If it's a defensive guy that could score a little bit, that's the type of player. I'm always saying kind of Jimmy Butler type of hard-nosed type of player. That's what Tibbs like, And as per se, you guys are talking about some of the young dudes. We got to keep remembering most of these guys that's on the Knicks are under 25 years old. They ain't getting their man muscle yet. You start to grow into your man body like 23, 24, somewhere around there. That's when you start to fill out. A lot of these guys are basically one and done high school players. They still got their baby fat on. They ain't mature yet. They ain't get that layer of muscle yet, And I know about Hicks because I like his game. I like what he was doing in the early part of the season. I always liked him. I always like these 6'9", long type of dudes and shit. And he looked like he was confident. I don't know what happened. He fell off. And as for Rivers is overpassing. They're setting him up to shoot. He can't shoot. He's a scorer type guy. He's got to take it to the hole as much as he can. But he's going in there and kicking it out. You got to go score.
Mm-hmm.
Score. We like you said, he's not a 3-point shooter. And everything. So on the game coming up, we got to play. Those guys like to shoot, so you got to play the perimeter defense as much as possible. And then what's that tall kid in the middle? So Robinson is got to be on his P's and Q's. I like the way he played against Portland. Seemed like he was focused and rebounding because Cantor will give you the business inside. So he did a really good job. I think if he could have that type of game and control the middle, rebound, then we'll be all right.
Okay, pass the rock.
I'll pass the rock. Who am I passing it to?
Up to 2.0.
2.0?
Yeah.
Okay, so first let me talk about the trade possibility and quickly so that we can just get on to the next other 2 or 3 possible trade rumors that you heard about. Like everybody else said, I'm not going to give up too many of my picks. I think those three guys, whether it's 2 or 3 of them, Knox, Ntilikina, DSJ, for Herter. Herter is that white guy that you say stands in the 3-point line that can shoot it. He shoots it at 40%. So he's a good knockdown shooter from the outside. Mm-hmm. Okay, which is basically what we're missing. We were counting on that from Knox, and Knox never developed into that. He probably never was and never will be. So, player for player, second round, maybe. First round, definitely not. Who are the other rumors that you heard?
Okay, so the other 2 under the radar are out of Houston. So one singular by itself. Oladipo is not looking long-term to stay in Houston, so we could shake the tree on Houston and see what we get out of that. It would probably just cost us Bullock, DSJ, and a second-round pick to pry him out of there. If we're interested in him, I don't know what the interest is. How do you guys view him overall as a 2 guard, and then a guard that could be slotted in at the 2 next to Barrett in our starting lineup? I tossed it around. Go ahead, KP. Take it up top.
KP, you there?
KP,
Oh, my bad.
I shortened it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, really. Good. So that's more of a easier trade. Man, that's a tough one there.
I mean, this comes down to what you think about Oladipo overall. You know,
right? I think he's all right, man. And he's got room to grow. He's got ceiling. He's got and Tibbs, he knows how to pull the best out of anybody.
Yeah.
And he knows where to position people. So I think it could be pretty good. I think it could be good. So that's tough. I'm a tough one. I'm stuck, to be honest with you. But overall, we're not losing much. The game much. It's I like this. That's a tough one, though. Yeah. I'm gonna pass that on to Nostradamus.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I like that trade. I'm not giving up the word for him, but just remember, he was taught and followed Westbrook's training, and he's always carried himself as wanting to follow behind one of the hardest working guys in the NBA. So that's what I like about him. His potential is there. As far as Tibbs pulling the best out of everybody, I'm sorry, Big Poppy, but I got 3 letters for
King
you.
Poppy, man.
Huh?
King Poppy. He's a Yankee fan, not a Red Sox fan.
Well, if that's the case, it's Little Poppy.
Yeah.
All right. But Dennis Smith Jr. has not had the best pulled out of him in New York because he's a better player than he has played in New York. And when he gets traded, everybody's going to see that. So I have nothing against him. This is just not the team for him. I think he would do well in Houston, to be honest. It'd be a second life for him. But here, he's just going to die on the end of that bench. You know, so I like that. I like that trade. And remember, we need a shooter. Isn't what's his name, Culver, still available?
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, no, there's plenty of guys. I just, these are, like I said, under the radar. There's more obvious stuff laying out there, but I'm just giving you these sides just to think about. You know, should we kick the tires on some of these guys? You know, because I think they wouldn't cost us much, type of stuff like that. You know,
the question is, these are just rumors. This is nothing. There is no actual trade on the table with anything.
Nothing is anything until it's signed.
What about the Rose? No. There are possible.
If you want to go into that, that's I put that on the obvious side. You want to switch to the obvious side?
Let's go to some real possibilities.
I mean, look, the Rose, how I feel about it, that's already done. You know what I mean? That was done going into the season because Tibbs is the type of guy who's going to go get his guys. That's why when we let go of Gibson and he fought, he got him back. Rose is a guy he goes and fights for on the market. And if he's available, which basically is for...
What's it going to cost us?
It's not really going to cost much. Like, what do you say, a second round pick and a couple of these guys? I haven't seen anything official that's been offered. Is where I'm at with it, right? But he doesn't really cost much. His you know, what he earns per year and all that stuff like that, and his market value right now fits right into what we have. We have plenty to just absorb him. It's not even a problem. You know, where he fits on our offense is more the issue. You know, is he going to come in and be a starting guard? Is he going to come off the bench? What he does now? You know what I'm saying? For his 13 minutes, he's dropping 13 points a game. So you know, do we use him infuse the bench and then move quickly to the starting guard? Like those type of things we need to talk about and consider. You know, what it costs us, not much. Nothing to really worry about. Guys that are already on the bench, you know, those types of things, you know. So I'll throw it around because I don't need to talk a lot. But it's a jump ball. Who wants it?
Okay, so 2.0, man, listen, let me tell you, I heard about the Rose deal last night, and there was a lot of talk about it, but there was no actual package. There was no package. There was no this for this. It was just, here we go, the good fit here. I'm listening to a couple of people, and I agree the same thing. I don't know how, I'm not talking about in terms of fit, but we still got, like you said, if we put Rivers into a stream, and then, you know, we give him Rivers minutes, then, you know, okay, I don't want to see him come in here and be the starting point guard. He's going to come off the bench. And I want quickly to continue to get his minutes because see, that's the problem with this. He wants to go with his veterans at the expense of developing the young guys. I need to be developing those young guys. And Obi needs to get his minutes so that he can become more fluid and less robotic, as Bug says. Okay. And the thing is that he's a little stiff in there because he's not comfortable. He hasn't yet dropped his shoulders. His shoulders up here like this. He needs to relax those shoulders and let the ball come to him, you know. But he's stiff because he's trying to impress. He's still trying to impress the coaches that he deserves the minutes that he's getting. And when he gets off his head and relaxes, he doesn't have to impress because he's got the game. He's got the game. All he has to do is be in the right position. So getting back to the trade rumors, bring in Rose if you want. He's another attacking point guard. When Rose was coming down, man, he played for us the last time. He was coming down. Everybody was on their heels saying, holy shit, here comes this guy. What are we going to do? He's going to go left. He's going to go right. He's going to pass. He's going to shoot. That's Quigley. That Rose or Quigley is Rose 2.0. Okay? In a couple of years, that's what Quigley is going to be. Oh, shit. The minute that they see this brother coming down, it's like, oh, my God. Please, get the ball, you know? And that's Rose. But Rose is on the other side. He has the downside of his best days. His best days are behind him. He cannot be a starting point guard here. We got to continue with the same thing and let him work his way into our system. Which is the same that he knows already because he's played for Dibs before. Right? But still, since he knows the system, go be a mentor to Quigley. All right? So, Bill Stradamus, I think you haven't had a word on this, and then you give it to CL. And in a few minutes, we're going to start thinking about today's game because we got 15 minutes left of the show.
All right.
So, Bill.
Okay. If we can get Rose here, bring him here. And then that's where Rivers minutes can go. We can give Rose Rivers minutes, and maybe even some Bullocks when he's, when he's not doing what we need him to do. If he's not playing like he did yesterday, and providing primary defense, and also hitting every shot because he's shooting open shots. If he's not hitting those, then listen, then take his minutes and give those to Rose. Rose would definitely assist us because over there in Detroit, he's coming off the bench and he's still averaging 15 points a game. So we could definitely use that over here because we are one of the worst offensive teams in the league, if not the worst. And I think that him coming back here would enhance our offense at the very least. Honestly, when he was here, we shouldn't have gotten rid of him when he was here the first time. In my opinion, he was fine. He averaged 18 points that season, and he did what we needed him to do.
Exactly.
So if we can bring him back, let's bring him back. Let me go behind the net to CL Smooth. What do you think about Rose coming back over here?
Rose would be a good mentor for IQ. So, with that being said, you could bring him back because you always need a scoring point guard, especially at the end of the game when the offense seems to bog down. You need to go to somebody that could score, that you're going to give you two when you need it, at critical time. Because as you see in the last game, we was up by like 15, and as come crunch time, it seemed like the offense seems to bog down a little bit. So if you got a proven scorer, but even if you're not going to score, the threat of you scoring makes a big difference for the other guys to get their shot off. So that'd be a good look. Depends on who you give up, But so I would go for that. That would be a good look. And like you say, Tibbs already trust him, so you could have him out there at a critical time.
Okay, so at this time, what I think we should segue into today's game. So let's go around the room and let's all give our take about, what we expect to or what we hope for in today's game. So King Poppy, you want to start us off? What do you think about today? Knicks, Miami, 8-14, we 11-13.
I think these Vegas is kind of spitting in our face.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, what they say?
They got the Knicks at home +6.
Yeah,
they're giving us 6 in our own house.
Yeah.
I ain't with that. I ain't with that at all. With a money line at plus 200, so they don't think we're gonna do nothing
against them. I don't know what happened.
I'm just confused. So based on that and the fact that that earlier Jimmy Butler was day to day, and they took the day to day off his name, so he's gonna get some playing time today. But just like yesterday, if we attack all these people that are hurt, they not 100%. They cannot do what they normally do. They are a step and a half behind their normal steps. So if we play like we played yesterday, protect the 3-point, try to get these fast breaks, try to get to the free throw line. I don't even know y'all want to know my score. I'm gonna say my score to the end, but I'm gonna get ahead and go between the legs to Notorious. See what you got.
Go ahead, Notorious.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. I first of all, I predict a win. That's number one.
Okay.
Okay. We got the best defense in the league right now. I think we can shut down things. I think we're starting to learn, as I said previous weeks, that if you got a team that's a hot 3-point shooting team, the best thing you can do is watch the films and know where their favorite spot is on the floor to shoot that three. Take them away from that spot, and now they have to play your game. And once they have to play your game, you're the best defensive team. That develops turnovers. Turnovers develop points. Points develop wins. And that's what we would have to do with that. Right now, when you talk about Miami, you talk about my man getting more minutes, he's going to get his. He's going to get his. Because you know what? Small frame R would probably be the one on him.
He made it very clear.
And as you say, he doesn't have the body yet. But I predict us winning. And to be honest, I would say we'll probably win about 111, 103.
Okay, let me write that down. Woohoo, Bugs.
You got it.
111,
103.
103. Knicks. All right, pass the rock, man.
A few months after Annalisa's
Pass the rock. Let's see. I'll save the negative guy for last, so I'll go to CL.
I wonder who the negative guy is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Notorious. Thank you for the old school chest pass and everything. My prediction. I'm gonna give you my score before anything else. I'm saying the Knicks 103 somewhere, and Miami probably in the 90s again. You know, if the score is anywhere in the 110, 115, the Knicks not gonna win. You know, I worry about Bam Adebayo because he's a problem. He's a problem. Depends how he's playing. You know, he could be the problem. The thing with Miami is they're not sneaking up on anyone no more. Last year they kind of snuck in there. People wasn't expecting what they expected from them. So if the Knicks do what they do and guard the perimeter, and then we can kind of control Bam a little bit. If he drops anywhere from 20, 25 points, then we'll sneak out this win. But I don't see them having a high-scoring game. I think the Knicks' identity is to hold the guys. If you hold the other team in the 90s, like back in the 90s, then I say it bodes well for us. I'm always looking at the halftime score. If we're anywhere 45-50, somewhere around there, that bodes well. That means we're doing what we do. We slow down the game to our pace, and we playing good D. You know, so that's my take on that. Butler's going to do what he do when he, you know, you can't control Butler. He's going to get his. So you got to give it up from someplace, somewhere, and that's my take. And I'll give. I'm old school. I'm always going to give a chest pass. So I pass it back on to Bill.
All right. Thank you for the chest pass. Thank you for the chest pass.
With the palms out. Remember that, Bill? Chest pass with the palms pointed out.
Listen, this is when me and him play, he don't pass it to me. So I got to take what I can get. I agree. We're going to get this game. And once again, we're going to hold them under 100. And we're going to be the one to score. I pick 112 to 99. That's my score. But although I agree with you, CL, that Bam, he's a problem. And we can't let them other shooters, Robinson and the other cat, if they getting off, we're gonna have problems. But
What's his
the
name?
last couple
Hearns?
of games, huh?
What's his name? Hearns?
No,
The shooter.
nah, it's Robinson and
Hero, Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero. Right.
Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero.
But our 3-point defense has been a little better, and we need to continue that. If we cause them to have to come to us to bring it inside, and to let Robinson and hopefully Taj, because I think Noel is still a little gimpy or whatever his reason was for not playing last game. I think he has a sore knee or foot or a toenail or whatever that is. I want Taj in there. I'd rather have Taj in there to help Mitch out. Let them guys come in, and then let's play some hard-nosed defense. But like I said, I got 112.99 New York. And with that being said, I'm going razzle dazzle, go this way, over your head, CL, and let me hit the dream.
And I'm coming right down the lane like Baby Jordan with a hammer on these guys.
All
and
right.
Speaking of Baby Jordan, Miami to me is Harold Miner, boy. All style and no substance, right?
Oh,
you know?
Where's the beef?
Not really worried about this team. I don't think they score enough points in the last 10 games. They're 3-7, so that really doesn't scare me. And what this really comes down to is last year's steal of the draft versus this year's steal of the draft, and that's Hero versus Quickly. That's going to be the excitement in the game. Jimmy Butler's going to get his, but what that means is 20 points, 7 rebounds, and maybe 8 assists. So he might get close to a triple-double, but we got that guy on our team too. His name is Randall. At 22, he's got better numbers than Butler. So they'll cancel each other out. But it's controlling the other guys. You guys are correct. Run those other guys off the 3-point line. Don't let Kendrick Nunn get busy. Hero and Robinson on the outside, and don't forget our old friend Goran Dragic. He likes to get busy sometimes. And he's still got a little bit of flash in the pan too. So I'm gonna take this all the way back early before February even started. I said this is gonna be our month. We're gonna get off to a hot start. I didn't really pop these numbers off to you, but in the first 10 games I had them going 8-2, and that may seem like a crazy stretch, but I'll stick to that. I didn't expect them to lose a game to Chicago early on in the month, but I did pick them to lose one to Miami, so they owe me that one. So I'm picking the sweep out of this. I think they take this game 104-98.
98?
104-98. They also hold them under 100 a second game in a row.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to take that. I'm gonna take the ball from you.
Yeah,
all right.
I know. You got the back.
You think you're going to go left on me, so I'm just going to stick my hand out there, and I'm going to slap it off to the right, and I'm going to go off on a fast break by myself. Reverse, windmill dunk.
Now, why are you telling us all that when you know 2.0 can't jump?
All right. That's what they say. 2.0 can't jump.
He didn't hear the whistle or the foul. He just did all that for show.
He thought he heard the whistle and there was no one around.
He just went anyway.
He found me on the breakaway. I was ahead of the thing, so it's going to be 2 free throws and the ball. Okay. Anyway, listen, we got a lot more than Butler to worry about here. Miami is a 3-point shooting team. I know that prior to, a few days ago, we were the best at defending the 3, but they made us look like nothing. Who was it? Well, not Portland. Out west, the Clippers.
The Clippers. It was the Clippers.
The Clippers killed us for the 3. We better get out there to Hero. We better get out there to Duncan.
Robinson.
But that's all they do. They also have another guy that we haven't talked about. His name is Kelly Olynyk. He always becomes a hero against the Knicks. I don't know what it is. Ever since his Boston days, he's always been a 3-point shooter against us. All of a sudden, he found his 3-point shot. So it's those 3 guys and then Butler. Again, I'm still going to go. It's going to be a back-to-back. So we play them today, and then we play them on Tuesday again in Miami. Right. Let's focus on today. We need the first of these 2 games, not like we did with Chicago, where we lost the first and won the second. We need the first one, and then that gives us confidence to probably win the second one.
Agreed.
their record is not. They're not as bad as their record. So we have to go in there thinking these are the Miami Heat that went to the finals last year. It's not the Miami Heat that are 7-13 or whatever it is that they are right now. I was looking at it a minute ago. So either way, we got to go in there like they're better than us, even though our record is better than theirs, but not really because they're ahead of us in the standings. We're 7 in the standings. Listen, with everything else that's been said, we are exceeding everyone's expectations of the Knicks this year. If they could bring the defense, remember, we are going into a back-to-back. I'm not sure Miami played last night, did they?
No.
So we are the one that have the tired legs, not them. So taking all of that into consideration, I'm going to go against my better judgment and go for a win for New York. Okay?
Ooh, no wonder.
You better.
I'm going against my better judgment. We got the tired legs. They are the Miami Heat, Eastern Conference champions. The went to the finals. I mean, they got the best 3 shooters in the East between Duncan and Robinson. Goran Dragic becomes a all-star, and they still got the old man, Andre Iguodala.
I forgot about him.
Myers Leonard, he kills Mitchell Robinson down there. So all of these, and don't forget, I haven't even mentioned the Bam. Are you kidding me? Bam Adebayo, man. That brother is killing everybody. So what makes you think he's going to do any different? He's going to have an all-star game. Knicks win, 110-98.
All right.
And this program,
we didn't get a score from King Poppy.
and this program has been sponsored by Mother Nature because we're getting all this damn snow because 2.0 predicted us to win for a change. King Poppy, we need your quick thoughts in the score.
112-100.
Okay, KP.
All right.
I'm taking the over, the money line, and the points.
Yeah.
I'm parlaying all 3.
You putting money on this?
No.
I'm parlaying all 3. I'll let you know tomorrow.
All right.
Santana,
you still there?
Knicks win 99-95. He put it on the screen.
Okay.
It's on the screen.
All right.
Okay, 99-95.
Yes.
I'm scared he didn't pick 100, but
hold on a minute. Let me get my thing.
Yeah, I'll pick the Knicks.
And CL though, you didn't get. You said 103. You said to 90 something. Give us a definitive number. 90 what?
90. Let's say 96. 96.
All right.
03. And
103, 96.
103.96. What he said.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I mean, there are no ladies. I think they might be present in the chat, but if they're there, they're welcome. Gentlemen, as a final word, thank you all for showing up and participating in today's program. We look forward to a great game, no matter what the score is at the end. And remember,
once a Nick, always Nick.
Always a Nick.
Always a Nick.
All right, girl. Talk to you later, man. Talk to you during the game.
enjoy.
All right.
All right, y'all. We'll be on the chat during the game.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What time is this game, man? 1 o'clock, right?
Get ready to start right now.
It's getting ready to start. It should be already.
Ruben, you want to do the Zoom thing?
Yeah, let's do it. That's what's up.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Send you the link.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll send you the links.
All right.
All right, bet.
All right. Later, guys.
Peace.
Later.